Amelia Earhart, the legendary Aviator, was one of the most iconic figures of the 20th century. She became a symbol of women's empowerment and courage, inspiring generations of women to pursue their dreams and break down barriers. However, Earhart's fame was not only due to her remarkable achievements but also to her mysterious disappearance, which has fascinated the world for more than 8 decades. In this article, we will explore Amelia Earhart's life, her accomplishments, and her disappearance. We will examine the different theories that have emerged over the years and try to unravel the mystery of what happened to her on that fateful day in 1937. Early life and career. Amelia Mary Earhart was born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas. She was the daughter of Edwin and Amy Earhart, and she had a younger sister named Muriel. Amelia's childhood was marked by several moves, as her father worked for the railroad and was often transferred to different locations. Despite this, Amelia enjoyed a relatively stable upbringing and was close to her sister and her mother. As a child, Amelia was a tomboy and was interested in activities that were typically associated with boys, such as climbing trees and playing sports. However, her passion for aviation did not develop until she attended a stunt flying exhibition in California at the age of 23. She was captivated by the thrill of flying and knew that she wanted to become a pilot. Amelia began taking flying lessons in 1921 and quickly developed her skills as a pilot. She purchased her first airplane, a Kinner Airster, in 1922, and soon set her sights on breaking aviation records. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, although she was only a passenger on the flight. This achievement made her an instant celebrity and catapulted her into the public eye. Record-breaking achievements. Amelia Earhart was not content with being a passenger, and she set her sights on becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. In 1932, she achieved this goal, completing the flight in just over 14 hours. This achievement cemented her status as a pioneering aviator and made her an inspiration to women around the world. Earhart was not content with just one record, and she continued to push the boundaries of aviation. In 1935, she became the first person, male or female, to fly solo from Hawaii to California. She then set her sights on circumnavigating the globe, which would be her greatest challenge yet. The last flight. In 1937, Amelia Earhart set out on what would be her final flight. Along with her navigator, Fred Noonan, she planned to fly around the world in a Lockheed Electra airplane. The journey began on June 1, 1937, in Miami, Florida, and proceeded to South America, Africa, Asia, and finally the Pacific. The flight encountered several challenges, including bad weather and mechanical problems, but Earhart and Noonan persevered. On July 2, 1937, Earhart and Noonan took off from Lae, New Guinea, for the final leg of their journey. They planned to land on Howland Island, a small island in the Pacific, where they would refuel before continuing to Hawaii. However, something went wrong, and the plane disappeared. The mystery deepens. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan has remained a mystery for more than 8 decades. The US government launched a massive search effort, but no trace of the plane or its occupants was ever found. Despite the extensive search efforts, no trace of Amelia Earhart, Fred Noonan, or their plane was ever found. The US Navy conducted an extensive search of the area around Howland Island, using planes, ships, and submarines. The search covered over 250,000 square miles, but no evidence of the missing plane was discovered. The search was officially called off on July 18, 1937, after almost 2 weeks of intense effort. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart has spawned numerous theories over the years. One theory is that the plane ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, and Earhart and Noonan perished in the crash. Another theory is that they landed on an uninhabited island, where they eventually died from exposure or starvation. Some even speculate that they were captured by the Japanese, who were expanding their influence in the Pacific at the time. Despite the lack of evidence, the mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance has continued to captivate the public's imagination. Numerous expeditions have been launched over the years to search for the wreckage of her plane, but none have been successful. In 1991, a group of researchers claimed to have found pieces of Earhart's plane on the remote island of Nikumaroro in the Pacific. However, the claim has been disputed, and the mystery remains unsolved. In recent years, advances in technology have given new hope to solving the mystery of Earhart's disappearance. In 2019, a team of researchers used deep-sea sonar and underwater robots to search for the wreckage of Earhart's plane in the waters around Howland Island. While they did not find the plane, the search did provide valuable information about the underwater topography of the area. Despite the ongoing search efforts, it is likely that the mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance will never be fully solved. However, her legacy as a pioneering aviator and a symbol of women's empowerment continues to inspire people around the world. One of the most popular theories is that the plane simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific Ocean, somewhere in the vicinity of Howland Island. The search efforts by the US Navy focused primarily on this theory, scouring the area for any signs of wreckage or debris. However, no evidence was found, leading some to believe that the plane may have sunk to the ocean floor or been carried away by the currents. Another theory is that Earhart and Noonan landed on a remote island, where they survived for a short time before perishing. This theory is supported by several pieces of circumstantial evidence, including a distress call that was heard by several radio operators in the Pacific. The call was weak and difficult to understand, but some believe that it was made by Earhart or Noonan after they had landed on an uninhabited island. A third theory, which has been widely dismissed by historians and aviation experts, is that Earhart and Noonan were captured by the Japanese. At the time of Earhart's disappearance, tensions were rising between the United States and Japan, and some speculate that the Japanese military may have viewed Earhart's flight as a threat to their interests in the Pacific. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, and most experts believe that it is highly unlikely. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, the mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world. Her legacy as a pioneering aviator and advocate for women's rights lives on, inspiring generations of women to pursue their dreams and break down barriers. While the truth about what happened to Earhart and Noonan may never be known, their courage and determination will always be remembered. In conclusion, Amelia Earhart's mysterious disappearance remains one of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. As a pioneering aviator and advocate for women's rights, Earhart inspired countless individuals to pursue their dreams and break down barriers. While her accomplishments as a pilot were significant, it is the mystery of her disappearance that has captured the public's imagination and continues to spark new theories and investigations. Despite the extensive search efforts over the years, no conclusive evidence has been found to determine what happened to Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan. Theories abound, from a simple plane crash to landing on a remote island or even being captured by the Japanese. However, the truth may never be known for sure. Nevertheless, Earhart's legacy lives on, inspiring people around the world to be courageous, determined, and to always strive for their dreams, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Her story serves as a reminder that even in the face of uncertainty, hope and inspiration can be found.